Okay, got the warm-up set out of the way, 10 reps. Now we're on to our first official set of 5 reps. We're starting it out with 315, gonna go a little heavier from here.
Getting the working sets in. So we're trying to go up to enough where that 5th repetition is getting close to that failure mark. So we're gonna see how this, what do we got, 365 feels. Should feel all right. Taking a little time off, traveling, whatnot. Eating's been so-so, sleep's a little so-so, but make it work. That's what we do, buff dude style.
So with the deadlifts, you saw us going up in weight with each set. Whereas typically with the 5x5, what you want to do is for each set, find a weight where you're getting close to failure with each one. But seeing as this is the first week, and you're gonna wanna be doing this program for at least 3 weeks, the first week is great because you're really finding your range. And for us, since we've been traveling, our eating hasn't been perfect lately, haven't been getting in a lot of great workouts, unfortunately, just due to our schedule, we wanted to kind of find where our range was. We've been able to do 5 reps of, 400 plus in the past, but we wanted to make sure and work up to that just to make sure we were prepared. We didn't want to just jump right into it and have an injury of any sort. That's why we did a nice warm-up set with 10 reps lightweight, and that's why we slowly scaled up to that 405 plus before hitting that and doing it for the 5 reps. So feel free and do that for the first week. If you don't find your proper weight range immediately, kind of get into it, get used to it, get comfortable with it, take a logbook, write down the weights you're using so that in week 2 and beyond, you're more accustomed to how much you're gonna be lifting and how much you can jump into. And then also goal set so you know what you can go past. You wanna break those records and set new ones. Yeah.
Look at this place. We love New York. We just have the whole gym to ourselves.
Feels nice, hell yeah, training camp. Special shout out to Curtis for making this possible. It's awesome, he opened up his gym for us. Loving it, man.
No weight belt, no problem. Hudson over here made his own little DIY weight belt, which is basically just putting a dumbbell right between your legs, hitting them weighted pull-ups. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you ain't already carrying some heavy weight between those legs, just grab a dumbbell like we are. I mean, we're already carrying some heavy weight, but we're adding more with this, let me check. 70 pounds. Hell yeah, that feels just about right. So I think we're gonna stick with this for the rest of our 5x5.
Scapula depression, slight retraction. Getting them lats, baby. So you'll notice in the program it says incline press. It doesn't really specify whether it be in a dumbbell or a barbell press. Today we're gonna be doing it with dumbbells, but feel free to do it with the barbell as well, or even switch it up. 1 week maybe do it with the dumbbells, 1 week maybe do it with the barbells. With the dumbbells, it's gonna create a little bit more instability, so you're gonna have to stabilize the dumbbells as you press because each arm is gonna be working independently from each other due to the weight in each hand. So it's sometimes good to switch it up and get a little bit more stability, not only in the muscles, the shoulder joint, but also just for your own mental stability.
And we both suffer from a little mental instability from time to time, so anything to keep us stabilized is a good thing.
Coming at you with a buff dude tip. So with the dumbbells, you're going really heavy. We have a tip for you so that way you don't kill yourself trying to get them into position. So what you want to do is squat them up. Let's start from the bottom. Keep them here. And you're either going to start with your feet on the outside or on the inside. Inside's probably a lot easier, so you're essentially going to do a farmer squat. So you take in this position, squat it up, you're going to move them to the front, to the knees. You're going to sit down. What you're going to do is kick your leg up, go 1 and then 2 at the same time as you lean back. Might take a little practice on some lighter dumbbells first before moving up to the heavy ones. So you're going to kick up and then up. Gets it right into position so you don't waste any energy. And then you go right into your set. thing come down, bring it down, bring your knees to the dumbbells, and then just like so, back down to the floor. Saves your back, and also you're not trying to pull into position and you end up pulling a muscle, or just wasting a bunch of energy. There's a lot to this exercise, and there's not a lot to this exercise. You can overthink it, and what happens is when you overthink exercises, you think they're dangerous for you, and you just don't do them. It is true that certain people should avoid certain exercises due to certain impingements or injuries in that shoulder girdle, because this will put a lot of stress in that shoulder joint and also the muscles in here. But if you feel comfortable enough to perform this exercise and you felt it out and you feel good and you perform it properly and keep that good form, then what you want to do is keep that upright body. You want to get a grip. Now your grip can go either wide or close. I tend to go a little bit wider, close. You know, what will happen is it'll close in that gap there that those tendons run through, and it can get a little pinch. So go a little bit wider here. It'll kind of open that up. Make sure your range of motion is full. But then don't take it too high. So if you lift it really high up here, again, that might put unnecessary stress on that shoulder joint. So what you do is bring those arms up just to parallel to the floor and keep that bar right along your vertical torso there. So just bring it straight up, kind of guide it along the body, hit that parallel position with the arms, and then bring it down nice and slow. And again, keep this light until you feel comfortable enough to go heavy with it. Of course, with this 5x5 program, we are going pretty heavy with this exercise, but we feel comfortable enough to do this exercise, and we've been doing it for years, and it's paid off. So try it out. If it doesn't work for you, no problem. There's always different exercises to do. Of course, we're doing the barbell. You can immediately switch to a dumbbell exercise. It's gonna keep a little bit more free motion so you can make small adjustments through here. So really, if you want a big compound shoulder exercise, the overhead press is gonna be the #1 exercise, which we did perform on the first day of the 5x5. We're switching it up here with the upright row. But if the upright row gives you too much pain and discomfort, just stick with the overhead press, because that's more than enough work you can do for your shoulders in a big compound movement. Big compound movements out of the way. Now we're gonna move on to the isolation exercises, which is gonna be the ZOTTMAN curls, and only gonna be 3 sets on the isolation exercises. After the ZOTTMAN curls, moving on to the lateral raise, help isolate the lateral head of the deltoid, of course. So we're pumped. Well, not quite pumped yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Time for the pump. Where's my guitar?
You gotta drop the water bottle after that.
Yeah, exactly. My Poland Spring water bottle.
Hudson's out.
Yeah, cut it.
Hit the biceps, getting the elbow flexion, also supination, also getting pronation in there too, working on the extensors of the forearms. A lot of work in this exercise, so take a little bit lighter due to the motion and the movement of the exercise. So what you want to do is focus on keeping those elbows tight to the body rather than letting it flare out as you pronate downwards. So just pronate enough where you can keep those elbows close to the body. If you try to get those palms facing the floor, what that's going to do is pull those elbows out, and it's going to kind of ruin the exercise there. So keep those elbows tight, supinate, and you also flex, pronate, nice and slow on the way down. Where's my water bottle? Drop that son of a bitch. Bring it out. What? Oh. Those lateral raises, what you want to do is make sure to try to keep it laterally to the body. You know, some people will raise a little bit more anterior, a little bit more to the front, or they'll raise their hands first, so it rotates up, so elbows drop, so put a little bit more pressure on the anterior, starts mimicking more of a front raise. What we do is we're going to try to keep it to the side. You can just start with the dumbbells in the front here, push your hips back, start here, go from there, increase the range of motion, or just start with the dumbbells right at your thigh area, and then raise it from there. But again, try to really lead with those elbows and get those arms right parallel to the floor. A slight hold just to make sure you get that full contraction at the top, and then release it there. And you will feel it in the traps as you raise it up to that top position, so you get a little nice activation in there as well. That's one. There we go.
Wraps it up. Day 2, 5x5 program. We got one more day left, and then remember, this is just going to be your first week of this 5x5 program. There's going to be many more, hopefully, for you. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So what we recommend, grab that notebook, write down the weights you're using, get a good indication of your limits, how much you're getting before you hit that failure, and then go ahead and use those right into week 2. You're already going to notice an immediate difference. And of course, keep up that consistency, because that's the important part. All right, and we want to do a quick shout out, big thank you to Curtis here at Training Camp in New York. Thank you, Curtis. Awesome gym, we had a great workout.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're ever in New York, check it out.
Check it out. He's the man.
Go through.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.